Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Eagles Nest with Aarav and Clint. This edition, we'll start with a recap of the Eagles' previous game against the New York Giants, where the Eagles lost significantly, 34-17. We didn't like that game, did we, Clint?
No, we did not. We will also conclude with a report on the Eagles' next game on Sunday against the Minnesota Vikings.
So, Clint, about that Eagles game, we can tell the Eagles got blown out.
Another loss. Come on.
Come on, Philly.
I think we're starting to do a losing streak or something, and we do not want that.
Yes, we need to upturn this losing streak, because we need to make sure the NFL stays in our hands. We need to defend the Vince Lombardi Trophy from any other teams that are coming and trying to steal it, such as the Bills, Chiefs, I don't know.
Exactly.
Bills, Colts. We're actually starting off well. But how do you say the Eagles played today, offense and defense?
The Eagles
last Thursday.
The Eagles offense we've seen improvements from the last game, just a little itsy bit. Saquon's done a little bit better with rushing. We've seen his longest run of the season first play of the game,
which was
one not very long with only 13 or 15 yards.
Yeah, last year his longest run was a touchdown.
Yeah, this year his longest run was 13 yards.
Exactly. You can see the big difference, Eagles fans.
See the difference, everyone?
So I would say the offense, it's Jalen Hurts. He's playing excellent. I got to give a big shout out to
Jalen Hurts is probably the best player on the team right now.
So far, he's showing the persistence, even though the Eagles' rushing is not very good. He's not giving up. Still completing those passes to the open receivers. He's not giving up. So he's just has the power to win. He just has the power. He's building up the Eagles bit by bit, and he's gonna be what saves them from elimination in the playoffs.
Exactly. I feel like he's gonna come back, and we can save the Eagles to win our third Super Bowl.
Well, let's not start thinking really big here. First things first, we need to not lose to the New York Giants.
Again, no, we cannot lose to the New York Giants, or that would be very upsetting.
So I would say defense. Defense played very well. Another thing about the offense, they had a lot of turnovers.
A lot more than last year.
The one negative I would say about Jalen Hurts is his interception. Why? There's a man right in front of Devontae Smith, and he throws it directly to that man. He runs 80 yards, and that sets up another Cam Scatebo touchdown. It's just so, it's so angry if you're a Philadelphia. It's so annoying if you're a Philly fan just watching this team struggle. When last year it seemed like they could do no wrong, and they beat the team that almost got a three-peat by over 20 points. It just hurts my heart to see the Eagles struggle like that.
I know, we're not used to seeing the Philly team struggle. A couple 2 years ago, the Sixers was best team. All the Philly teams, Phillies, Sixers, Flyers.
Well, the Flyers were
excellent.
No offense,
but
Flyers were never good.
Except the Flyers, they were never really that good. No offense, Griffin and Sean.
Yeah, but I really think that every team was good, and then when Phillies lost in the World Series, Eagles lost in that Super Bowl, Union lost in the MLS Cup.
I guess we all.
It starts. What
I'm saying is that we haven't really recovered from that yet.
No, I think we showed the whole world that we had recovered from that Super Bowl loss by beating the Chiefs by over 18 points when they won off of a bad play by the refs.
I know it's the refs. The refs I want to mention the refs kind of good in the games, but sometimes there aren't really that accurate. So sometimes it's not our fault.
There's two more things I want to cover before we go in. One of them is, first, we can't blame the referees. They're just trying to do their jobs.
But they could do a little bit
they already
better.
probably have enough stress on them by the fear of they're already playing on a football field. If you could get overwhelmed by the fans, and to to have to get like booed and hurt, like a lot of fans they'll do very bad things if the ref makes bad calls. Like some fans will do that, and it just hurts the refs after all the stuff they have to go through. It's just like, leave them alone. They're trying to do their job.
Well, like the Eagles, we've seen improvements, but I think we should move into stats. What do you think, Aarav?
Yeah, one last thing. Clint, I think what you're saying is we've seen improvements, but at the same time, we've seen a lot of decrease.
They're getting good and bad. They're getting good and worse at the same time.
Exactly. Like they started off good at rushing, not passing. Then that changed in the Rams
Now we're getting
game.
like kind of worse
Better at
in
passing,
rushing.
but then now we're not
passing.
rushing that much.
Where like is like
hopefully
the best
we
thing
hold up. We do well against the Vikings. But in conclusion, I think that the Eagles will do a lot better and they will bounce back. Clint, take us away.
Thank you, Aarav. So for quarterback stats, the Eagles still had a lot of total yards, even though they got their butts kicked. Jalen Hurts with 283 yards and a touchdown. Also, Hurts threw his first interception of the year in this game. Oh, that's sad, man.
I know.
Meanwhile, for Jackson Dart, he's losing in the passing game with only 105 yards and one passing touchdown.
195.
Also, Aarav, show us how both teams did in rushing.
Sure, Clint. So Saquon is still not fulfilling his Eagles rushing duties, as he only has 58 yards and no touchdowns. Come on, Saquon. So the Eagles rushers are left with only 73 rushing yards and one rushing touchdown off of that quarterback sneak by Jalen Hurts. Now, look, Clint, like we said, Saquon's going to do a lot better and it can't be Hurts dominating rushing. Because if Tush Push gets banned next year, that gets rid of about a fifth of the Eagles plays. Tush pushes, 4th down and 1 quick tush pushes. Even 3rd down and 2 tush pushes. 1st and goal at the 1 yard line, tush pushes. That creates a lot of the Eagles plays, and if it gets banned, Saquon, I think we really need to see a big improvement from Saquon.
We really do. Like he's not even been showing his main specialty, like rushing, dodging.
Yeah. Not only this, but they also got smoked by the Giants rushers, who mainly led by the running back Cam Scativo. He's very good. He's very good.
There's like 2 types of running backs. One who will try to dodge you or jump over you, and then there's the big running backs who will try to truck you.
We don't see that many of those in the NFL.
Yo, Cam Scativo is like a big running back. He will truck you.
He is pretty big. But they had a total of 172 rushing yards and 4 rushing touchdowns.
Like we couldn't really stop him.
Cam Scativo had 98 of those 172 yards and 3 out of the 4 touchdowns. That shows you how the Eagles defense need to retaliate to that. Clint, your turn for receiving.
Thank you, Aarav. So for receiving, the Eagles receivers did do very well, as they had 283 yards and 1 touchdown. Meanwhile, the Giants were struggling in receiving, as they only had 195 yards and a receiving touchdown. Now for defense, the Eagles linemen trailed in sacks to New York 3-2. The Giants also had 1 interception, 1 forced fumble. But the Eagles bounced back as they had 75 tackles, 39 of which were solo, while the Giants had 69 tackles, 32 of which were solo.
I think that the fumble was committed by the backup running back, Dylan. Can you please we already have Saquon struggling. The last thing we need is a backup running back coming in and fumbling the ball.
I know, now we see defense and offense kind of struggling a little bit.
True.
So, Aarav, why don't you finish us off with special teams?
Now, thanks, Clint. For special teams, I want to end off on a good note and make a really big shout out to another player who's also progressing through the season despite his team's efforts. Jake Elliott. Great job, Jake. You've been playing great. Have not missed a field goal yet. Like last year, you started off a little rusty, but then you got better.
You got way better. Like you haven't even missed a single kick this year. Like great job, Jake.
And so last Thursday, Elliott had 2 out of 2 extra points and 1 out of 1 field goals. Okay, now we will finish off with the report on the Eagles' upcoming game against the Minnesota Vikings. I think the Eagles will definitely which is next Sunday at 1 p.m.
I think the Eagles will definitely come back, and we might be able to even beat them.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Aarav?
Well, I think that the Eagles need to definitely play really well and do the best they can against these Vikings because they can be a threatening team when they want to.
They have one of the really good players, like Justin Jefferson.
Here's the thing.
One of the best receivers in the league.
Jefferson's a great receiver. But most of the time the Vikings are never able to dominate because they never have a good quarterback to throw to him. It's good running. So they can't really when he gets the ball, he's able to do well. It's like Jamar Chase and the Bengals. Their quarterback's always getting injured, and Jamar Chase gets most of the ball now.
I know, what's happening with the Vikings is that their main specialty is passing to Justin Jefferson, their other receivers. They're not really good at rushing, defense, or their quarterback isn't really.
I will tell you this: the Eagles. I believe in them. I think all of Philly believes in them too, and we should at least pull together to win this game. Offense: Jalen Hurts do better. Saquon Barkley do better. Jalen Hurts keep up the good work. Same with Jake Elliott. Defense need a lot more sacks this right now. We had the number one
blocks than sacks.
We had the number 1 defense in the league. Let's show them. And special teams keep up the good work. And maybe I want to see some more blocked field goals.
Yeah, exactly. We're starting to go, but you know what? Well, I believe in the Eagles. Aarav, ball's in your court.
Thanks, Clint. So for quarterback stats, Jalen Hurts is beating Carson Wentz in passing yards 1,172 to 759, and in passing touchdowns 5-8. Also in less interceptions 1-2. Clint, do you remember when Carson Wentz used to play for the Eagles?
Yes, I do.
He got injured in the year we won the Super Bowl, but that's his problem.
And that's his fault.
Clint, it's rushing time.
Thank you, Aarav. All right, so we know Saquon's not been doing very well in these past few games, and he's barely leading Jordan Mason rushing yards 325 to 323. And is tied with him in rushing touchdowns 3-3.
But I bet Jordan Mason doesn't have a 46-yard receiving touchdown.
You got that right, Aarav. Now, you're up for receiving.
Thanks, Clint. For receiving, the Vikings, as we said, have one of the best receivers in the NFL, who's also famous for inventing the touchdown celebration, the gritty, Justin Jefferson. He is also beating Devontae Smith in receiving yards 321 to 449, but surprisingly, Jefferson is tied with Smith in receiving touchdowns 1-1.
Keep up the good work, Devontae. Now we will conclude with our Eagle of the Week and weekly question. This week's Eagle of the Week is, drumroll please, Jordan Davis.
Woohoo!
Yep, Jordan Davis with 6 tackles and a sack is our Eagle of the Week. Not to mention with the touchdown return in the earlier game.
Yeah.
Now for our weekly question.
This week's question is, this is a good one. If the Eagles were playing in the Super Bowl and you could have it anywhere in the world, where would you want it to be? That's all for now. Stay strong and go Birds!